conditional statements. We're going to look at writing statements in if-then form. And the first example is only going to ask you to find and identify what the hypothesis and conclusion of that statement is. The hypothesis is always going to follow the word if, and the conclusion is going to follow the word then. So I'm going to say a statement, if this, then this is going to happen. Okay, and you're going to see this type of symbols quite a bit. I'll write it again because it looks like I wrote over it a little bit. If P, then Q. That's how we state that. Alright, so that's all I'm going to ask us to do in the first part, is identify the hypothesis and conclusion. So if I go to example 1 and look at 1a, if a polygon has 6 sides, then it is a hexagon. I'm going to say that my hypothesis is a polygon has 6 sides. And then my conclusion is, if my polygon has 6 sides, then we're going to call it a hexagon. So it is a hexagon. Okay? Now at times, our statement is not going to be in if-then form. So you might want to change it at first before you come up with your hypothesis and conclusion. So if we look at 2a, I want to first write this in if-then form first. So 4 quarters can be exchanged for $1. I would say that we would be able to rewrite this something along the lines of, if you have 4 quarters, then you can exchange them for a $1 bill. And they might not all be exactly word for word, but it's going to be something along those lines. They changed my statement from something like 4 quarters can't be exchanged for $1, and I wrote it in if-then form. The last part that you need to do is, again, identify your hypothesis and conclusion. Again, your hypothesis is follow the word if. So my hypothesis is you have 4 quarters, and your conclusion is then they can be exchanged. They can be exchanged for a $1 bill. Again, just identifying the hypothesis and conclusion, you might have to change your statements to if-then form first before you do that.